Right on, right on. Just turn this music down a bit. That's a bit better. So, we have round 4 match reviews tonight. Same as previous nights. I'll be going through any favorited or saved matches from the round 4. And we're going to be watching them back and basically giving commentary or feedback or anything happens along. I do also have Twitch predictions ready. I'm going to wait for more people to come through to actually activate them. Just to make it easier for myself, I'm going to start off with my matches versus Trebs. So let's get started on the first match, which was down the river.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I'm playing my Jade Ladder deck. Treb is going with the Oksana Marauder deck. He's open with the Militants. I've gone with my wheels.
Unit ready.
He's trying to keep me distracted with his Militants, trying to keep me off the pad. I'm not really sure about taking a bait.
Unit ready.
And then a nice little surprise, he comes out with Marauders. That's definitely going to hurt my wheels.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Bring out my cams, trying to counter all his infantry. Unfortunately for me, kinda overcompensated on the one pad and I forgot to control the other. Could have sent the scouts down bottom and the cams to the top. That would have given more map control and maybe even won that first missile. Thanks to this combination of Marauders and Militants, Trebs wins the first missile.
Scorpion rolling.
I'll leave his Militant attacking my base because I just find it pointless to bother with the 2-man Militant squad. Now this is where I get proper carried away. I see an opportunity to boom a base, and that's exactly what I do. Now if you notice, Trebs has done something very clever. He's gone back to charging the pads. He's already won the first missile, so this is very good for him.
Unit offline.
Now, this is the point where I realized I made a big mistake. Even though I just done more than half damage on his base, the second missile is about to fire, and I've got no control of the pads.
Nuclear weapon launched.
And Trebs
A cerebral maneuver.
played a really cool hand there. Knew exactly how the game was going to end before I ever knew, whereas I just kept going with a shiny on the battlefield and just went for it. Didn't plan ahead. So GG, very good first match. This is Trebs. My next match will be Canal Row. Once I've played this match, I've remembered why this map is not so popular anymore.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1.
I've gone with the Harvester first. Oh wait, no, sound's gone. Right, hold on. The match just started, might as well just reset the sound. There we go. Don't want to show you the match result. Let's go back to Canal Row.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
There we go. So I'm sticking with my Jade deck, and Trebs has switched to the Seth Cookie Cutter deck. Oh, Just probably when this map was in rotation, the set cooker was in use.
Lasers for the Brotherhood.
Same as always, double wheels for me. That's my opening counter to infantry. And what I do, I use my scavengers as a compensation for the fact I don't have that 30 cost anti-infantry. So what I do, I use the scavengers to recover the 20 Tiberium I lost beginning of the match to try and afford the chems. Fortunately for me, the chems and every other unit I've had, it seems to have gone all the way around the map. Now this map, it's really impossible. It can be quite difficult to constantly keep selecting the pads. Because if you look at my bikes now, they keep dancing up and down. That's because they're tapping on the same point on the map, where the pathfinding is a split 50-50. It would keep sending the bikes up and down, actually sending one down one path, and pick one path and go for it. Which made them too late for the missile, and Trebs yet again is leading first missile. With all the medals on the field and other things he's got on there, I figured best chance to just bike spam. And I thought might as well, also we're going to afford a Phantom, might as well go with Phantoms as well.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Venom armed and replicated.
Unit offline.
Taking position.
Did a bad move here. Yes, I did go with the Scorpion tank. I had nothing to take out the flames at the end.
Unit ready.
Which left me open.
Nuclear missile launched.
For Trebs to block out all the bomb pad, and so I couldn't take control of the nearest pad near me, and leaving Trebs winning 2-0. Very nicely played. Wasn't ready for that at all. Did you, mate? Evening, K9. Alright, next matches we're gonna watch. I believe yeah, he played that very well. He literally had a game plan and I was just reacting to whatever, so alright, let's go with Space Commander. Or was it Skip? Go with Skip. Skip versus Be Gentle, please. Be our next match. Back on down the river.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
They're both opening strike scouts. Skip's going with an MLRS deck, APC deck. And Be Gentle, please, going with the Tech Splash deck.
Unit ready.
Marauder. That's quite beefy infantry right now. Centurions are like Tech 2 Marauders. Marauders upgraded. We should go really well against Skip's deck, because Skip's anti-infantry is just snipers, dogs, and APC. And that will not hold against a Centurion or a Confessor or a Marauder. Very nicely chosen by Be Gentle, please. And here we go. Be Gentle, please, winning the first missile thanks to his choice. I'm surprised Skip didn't use his JJTs. Try and take control of the first missile. I guess he was hoping to just control the map with his APCs afterwards.
Unit ready.
Set up. I'm on it.
Well, here comes the first confessors from BGN, please. Now, they're going to be really... Oh, yep, keep that MLS there. The confessors are going to be really bad against all the vehicles, which is why the snipers could just clear them off.
Moving out. Transport en route.
Ooh, that's a... keep the APC there, Skip. Snipers, keep the snipers.
Launched.
Nice.
Ready.
The APC is keeping the shield of the Centurion down, while the MLRS is killing off the damage. It's very nicely played.
Moving to position. Missiles on the move.
See, I thought that Centurion would do a lot better against this deck, but Skip has really played this well.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Transport en route. Let's set up. Packing up. Moving out.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit enhanced.
Skips is letting the snipers take the hit. Now, what he should have done, he should have played Marauders against this deck, which clearly the MLRS takes down Centurions too easily. Because they are technically still a vehicle. Nice, so Skip finding out that the weak spot for Centurion is the MLRS. And he played up really well, countered the second last two missiles. BGN, please, should have played the Marauders instead of the Centurions. Because that weakness to the fact that Centurions do count as vehicles. Alright, let's see how the next match goes.
Establishing battlefield control. 3,
I'm back on Canal Row.
1. New objective.
Skip has stuck with his deck. BGN, please, is going with the
Harvester ready.
Seth. Well, this is the Agent Shadow Fanatic stank deck.
Unit ready.
Skip's the one choosing to charge the missile. BGN, please, is using his wheels to attack Skip's Harvester.
Unit
There are bikes coming out from BGN, please, while more dogs are coming out for Skip. I'm guessing Skip's going to use the tankiness of the dogs
Unit
to control this missile. Very nicely played, Skip.
nuclear warhead.
I think BGN, please, was surprised by that.
Building online.
Bikes trying to snipe the MLRS before they're killed off. JJT's coming out for Skip.
Powering up thrusters.
And this is going to be more interesting. Because BGN, please, got now Shade on his disposal. Which should be a good counter against even the slingshot, because if they go if they actually go on stealth, they can sneak up on the MLRS and kill it off before you can damage it. Now these flames should be going onto the pad, they should not be just standing there. Bit of a mistake by BGN, please.
Unit lost.
On the pads? Nope. Doggy block coming in. Ooh, nice play. Oh, that's a bad move by BGN, please. Is he going to let his shade be taken out? He actually allows the shade to be taken out by the slingshot. And all that he did was just take out the
Missile launch.
take out the dogs. BGN, please, having a bad day here. And Skip wins the second match and wins the round 4. Nicely played. I think what basically happened is that BGN, please, just didn't know how to respond to Skip's deck. And the one unit, the Shade, he misused and didn't actually take full advantage of, which meant that Skip takes the second match. Alright, let's find the next match. I believe, let me just check my list. Space Commander next. Right, Space Commander versus Duncan, Idaho.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission.
Space is going with the Marauder. Ooh! Marauder Seth deck with a bit of stank and a bit of buggy. That's interesting. Space, unfortunately, choosing the wrong Tiberium patch to start from with. And Duncan Idaho coming in with a Solomon JJT deck. Sort of like a Reb deck, like a 2/2/2 Solomon deck. Not bad. Duncan protecting his dogs.
Let's go, let's go. Once over, taking position.
What Space is going to find that with his Tiberium patch to where he's currently at, as the match goes on, the pause in his economy is going to cost him quite a bit. Ooh! Nice flip, nice. For a second there, I thought that Space wasn't going to actually get on the pad, but he targeted the buggy back onto the pad.
Unit offline.
The problem with air units, they can deny a move, but they can't block.
Unit ready.
Stealth tank ready to cloak.
First missile goes to Space. Space got a nice combination of units out on the field, trying to protect against everything. Is he going to be able to get a runaway? Right, excellent. So we lose the lasers and marauders, and the vehicles survive. Buggy here need to protect the stank from these JJTs.
That Tiberium is calling.
Unit ready.
He's going to fire first. Ooh, almost traded there. And the stank's down as well.
Brothers, move out.
Duncan's struggling to try and get a foothold. Unfortunately, the Orca and the Talon cannot fight against so many units at once, especially Duncan's the DPS on the Talon's too low, and the Orca will take too long to reload. So those were quite bad choices to try and fight off the last missile. I believe that Duncan should have gone with the cheaper units, try and get the economy back, try and get the foothold back, and then go stick with Orca. It's not always the best option to go with the expensive units, because they do have their pros and cons, and most of the time when you're behind, it's best to just go with the cheapest, build up the economy and build up the control, and then see which ones are best to tier up to. Alright, it's the first good match. GG guys. See the next one.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
Those are calling.
I'm having a deja vu. So Space is going with the APC Solomon deck. APC MRS, more like a 2-range map control deck with Solomon to take out anything incoming. Duncan's going with the Seth cookie cutter deck.
Unit ready.
Let's see if Duncan's Seth cookie cutter deck works as well as Trebs did against me on this map. Space going with 3 opening dogs.
Unit
Trying to counter the infantry from Duncan. Now JJG is coming out to try and counter these bikes.
unit ready.
The first brick coming out from a Space Commander. Going straight for the mid pad. Ooh, denied by the militants. Nice move by Duncan.
I'm on it.
Should have left those militants on the middle pad there.
Getting to position.
Unit ready.
It's better to try and counter it from the try and keep the APCs away.
Warhead launched.
Nice. Seth deck seems to be doing really well on this map. Duncan wins the first missile. Just a nice APC block with militants. He got there just in time. Let's see how this second missile goes.
Moving to position.
Duncan now has 2 bricks to deal with, plus snipers and GJTs. Will he be able to break through this combination of units?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
We're always watching.
Space Commander sticking with his snipers and APC combo.
Keeping low.
Nice block from space. From Space Commander, not from physical space.
Ion cannon.
Ooh, we have an ion cannon, which is going to take out just the Scorpion. Nice. The combination of APC and the missiles take out the
Unit ready.
incoming Venom. Ooh,
Cancelled.
this is going to go down as well. But space only has 1. Oh, that's lucky save from space.
Moving out.
Almost second, and that missile would have been in contention. Because that one JJT was not going to survive for long against these flamers. We got MLRS out for space.
Unit ready.
Got it.
Double missiles versus flame squad. That's never going to go well. Duncan is taking control of the map quite nicely, and space does have the units, especially APCs, which are bricks, and they can push forward, take incoming fire, so it should be taking more advantage of that. Ooh, that's expensive cost for just taking out a flame squad.
Unit ready.
That's 130 Tiberium for 30 cost, well 70 cost, seeing as it was a set pod.
Unit lost.
JJT is coming in to take control of the last pad. Space wins the second match. It's 2-0 to Space Commander, so Space Commander takes round 4. Well done, guys. GG. Second card deck seems to work on Canal quite well. Fortunately for Duncan, he just couldn't take the advantage on that map. And Space Commander was allowed to park his bricks onto the pads and win the match. Let's see who's next on the list. Right, so we got Robert DH versus Wolverine. Just need to go into Alpha to find that match. I believe Wolverine's got the matches still in his history. Did check just beforehand, I don't know if he's actually playing right now. No, he hasn't played. I did tell him he can actually play as normal, but I guess he hasn't actually played. Right, so let's go Robert DH versus Wolverine down the river.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Robert DH going with the Reb deck, the Solomon deck, and Wolverine going with the Avatar Tic Tac deck.
No stopping.
That's interesting. Both players going on the wrong Tiberium patch.
Okay.
I guess they're not well, Wolverine's expecting this match to go as far as an Avatar, so he should be going to the top 3.
Let's go.
And Robert DH, he's going for the quick match. So to him, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as he goes his way. But if there's any delays, it's going to cost him in economy having a harvester on that singular patch.
Unit ready.
Desired.
Ooh, nice counter by Robert DH. Those riflemen are going to come in nicely.
Offline.
Get us out.
Will these lasers be quick enough to take out this pit bull and take the control? It did, unfortunately for this. Get on the pad, Robert DH, get on the pad. There we go. Too late. Wolverine's managed to stick the tick tank onto the pad itself. And it's going to take a while even for JJTs to take him out. And Wolverine wins the first missile. The Tic Tac managed to get on the pad, and Wolverine gave Wolverine the first missile. It's very good for him because he's trying to play the Avatar deck. Fortunately, he still hasn't used spawned the second harvester, so unless he's really efficient with his economy, we probably won't even get to see the Avatar in this match.
Advancing.
Unit offline.
Get down here.
Here we go. Harvesters are switching pads. So 2 minutes in, and the harvesters have stopped harvesting, so both economies are on standstill.
Building online. Unit ready.
Wolverine's still going with his tick tanks.
Unit offline.
Robert DH trying to take. Ooh,
Activated.
nice. Took out both the tick tank
Position.
and the buggy.
Unit ready.
Now, if Wolverine was to get the Tic Tac to burrow, he would actually survived that ion strike. They do survive with a sliver of health to burrow before the ion fires. Now, okay, this is going to be interesting. We'll see.
Unit ready.
Nice. And that Phantom's not going to do much.
Nuclear missile launch.
And Robert DH takes the second missile. Very well.
Damage received.
The iron cannon came in just in time and gave Robert DH map control just before the missile fired. Wolverine didn't have enough time to respond and take back control. The missile fired.
Phantom moving to coordinates. Phantom flying out.
A second harvester out for Wolverine, so he's going to try and go for the Avatar.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Oh, he's going for a Tic Tac instead. Ooh, that's a big mistake. Double Tic Tac. Oh, that's a double mistake.
Warning. Enemy ion cannon activated. Unit offline.
Ooh, interesting.
Unit offline.
That iron kind of did actually take out the Tic Tac, even though he was burrowed.
Nuclear weapon launch.
Wolverine. All he had to do was spawn an Avatar. Once he starts spamming avatars, the Robert DH would not be able to respond quick enough. There's no way you can spam enough iron cannons to take out enough avatars to take back control of the map. He had an opportunity to go for an avatar and didn't take it. He went double Tic Tac, even though he kept facing JJTs. And it allowed Robert DH to take the last missile and win the first match. Alright, second map, Canal Row.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So Wolverine sticking with his Avatar deck, and Robert DH switching to a Marauder Inferno deck. Marauder Chuggy Inferno deck. That's a nice combo right there. It's going to use combined arms of Marauder and Chuggy with an added splash of fire from the skies from the Inferno. Nice. Interesting.
Brothers, move out.
Unit ready.
Damn it.
So we got Buggy out from Wolverine trying to counter the infantry, and Bikes out from Robert DH to try and counter the Buggy from Wolverine. Robert DH senses that he's got control of the map now. He's waiting for the missile to fire. Ooh, that's a costly mistake. Sending that bug into the concave of Bikes. It's not going to do much except just die. That's exactly what happened.
Buggy on the move.
Unless you need the pop cap, you shouldn't really send your units to die. Marauder's coming in, taking out. Ooh, Marauder's going to do well here. Bye-bye that tick tank. There's no time to borrow with Marauders around.
Militia formed.
Oh, Chuggy, stay away from that tick tank.
Unit ready.
The Brotherhood is
Nice.
Unit offline.
Wolverine currently still with no Harvester. Will he actually be able to get back from this?
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Is this it?
Unit offline.
Fighting at you.
Robert DH should have sent the Chuggy down to the bottom of the pad, so at least he controls the third pad, just in case anything moves in on the other pads. But no matter, Robert DH now able to recover from the Marauder rush on the Harvester, and no, actually, Robert very now able to recover from the Marauder rush on the Harvester, and he wins. I guess Wolverine should have switched up his deck a little bit, seeing as the Tic Tacs didn't work on the first match. Well, he stuck with it. Now, we do have, as an extra surprise, they both played the third map. So, just for fun of it, let's play the third map.
Establishing battlefield control.
So this would be the tiebreaker map.
New mission
But not that many matches in GCL are going to tiebreakers these days. So Robert DH going with a cat chip deck. Wolverine switching to the APC JJT Solomon deck. Robert DH deciding to open with lasers. I guess he was expecting a War Factory opening for Wolverine.
online. Unit ready.
A double wheels from Robert DH. Perfect. Ooh, should have left those second wheels on those JJTs, giving him a chance to fight back. At the moment, those wheels on top right ain't gonna survive those JJTs. And we got Robert DH ignoring the missile and trying to take down this Harvester. Interesting choice. Lasers sitting on a Tiberium patch next to the Harvester was always going to be a bit hard push. Don't know why he's sending his his fanatics to die without anything to boost. You're gonna just get your fanatics to die for no reason. You might have a unit next to them to boost them with. But that was just a bit of waste of resources, just sending them to walk past the shocks. First brick out for Wolverine, and we got Robert DH firing up the obelisk. And there goes the brick. Very nice. Stank out for Robert DH. Not sure that was a great choice. Robert DH. Ooh, that's a nice block by Stank on the Harvester.
Ion cannon activated.
Now the Harvester's go all the way around the rock to get to the Tiberium patch. And when it does, the Stank's going to be waiting for it anyway. Or will it be a little too late? It's going to be a flip now. There we go. Robert DH takes the second missile. Nice. Guess Wolverine was resting on his success a bit too much. Now we got shocks tickling the Stank for some reason. Okay. Matt seems to be going really towards Robert DH's way. Wolverine doesn't seem to be able to respond to anything. He doesn't seem to want to attack the fanatics sitting on the pads. He's just kind of waiting the match to end, I guess. It's kind of given up. Bye-bye, Pitbull. Stank on the top pad reloads just in time as the Pitbull arrives. And there we go. Robot DH wins the last missile. And the bonus match as well. So Robot DH wins round 4. Wolverine needs to just focus on his unit counters and figure out the opponent's weakness and press on it. And if one of your units, even though it's your crucial unit to your deck, if it gets countered quickly, you recognize its weakness and try and find something else to use. Because in the first 2 matches, it was this Tic Tacs that were the weak point, and he kept using them. And what he should have done, he should have tried to go cheap and save up for an avatar. Robert DH had very little to respond to an avatar besides an iron cannon. Alright, so we're gonna go to last match set, which is a Subletter versus Havoc. Just gotta find it in Lan's chat. Here you go. Down the river, Subletter versus Havoc. Oh, hold on. I want to play the match while it has no sound. Oh, good. I was worried it was going to show the match result, but no. Alright, let's queue it up again. Subletter versus Havoc.
Battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So Havoc going with the Catcher Marauder deck. And Subletter using the
Harvester ready.
APC Solomon deck. This time with no snipers or GGTs. He's going with the Riflemen and missiles.
As he desires.
The Subletter has dogs and riflemen out in the field.
4K.
Unit ready.
Nice switch by Subletter, making sure the right units are attacking the right place.
Unit offline.
These dogs are going to hold, not necessarily. Second rifleman squad comes just in time to counter the Marauders from Havoc. Nicely played. That's a 10 cost unit countering a 60 cost unit and winning the missile. It's very effective.
I am the catalyst for victory.
Here comes the first cat ship from Havoc.
Warning. Our base is under attack.
Ooh, cat ship versus slingshot. This is going to be interesting. I haven't seen much of this matchup on the ladder.
Unit ready.
I wonder if the cat ship green clouds, the
Location.
cat ship in one. Sorry, I know the cat ship green clouds, the slingshot in one go. Does the cat bomb explode it? And switch to APC? No. Havoc should have switched that green chem cloud onto the APC and used the cat bomb on that APC. Havoc seems to be about to take the second missile. Nice block.
Launched.
Keeping the APC and the rifleman off the bomb pad with these bikes.
Unit offline.
Okay. Time to harvest. On my way.
Unit ready.
Subletter having the unit advantage so far. It's got most of them on field. Havoc seems to be very shy with his and
Unit offline.
not taking full advantage of his cat ship.
Unit ready.
Stay quiet. Advancing.
Warning.
Ooh, here comes Iron Cannon. Boom. Was that the Stank and the cat ship? I believe that was the Stank and the cat ship taken out. Now here we go. The weakness to the cat ship. Raider units.
Unit ready.
Nice. Subletter with complete path control and winning the last missile. And Subletter takes the first match. Very nicely played. Subletter using his deck very nicely. Havoc a bit shy on his catship use, allowing Subletter to set up control of the map. What I should have done is should have used his trick shot a bit more. The trick shot with catship is where you charge it up on infantry unit and then switch to a vehicle. So green clouds the vehicle and then cat bombs the vehicle in one shot. I think Havoc needs to work on that. I guess he's taking it easy that day. Let's go to the next match. The Subletter 1. Let's go to Canal Road.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
So Havoc going with the
Online.
with his Solomon deck.
Unit
JGG snipers.
Ready to move out.
A Subletter going with Cookie Cutter. Guess more people have realized that this map works really Cookie Cutter decks. I personally didn't think that because I never played the Cookie Cutter, but
unit
this is the third time I'm seeing a Cookie Cutter deck selected just on this map, and it seems to be working quite well on it. We got the scout wars happening from the beginning. It's the Rifleman versus Militants, and Sublet as the first one to go tier 2, responding with a Venom.
lost. Unit ready.
Havoc's going with his own. He's going with a Talon, which nicely can also shoot down the Venoms. That's another bonus. The Sublet is quick to respond with bikes.
You got it. On my way.
Is it going to be enough? Sublet needs to swap out the units on his pads. There you go, nicely swapped.
Unit lost.
Bye Venom. Stay on the pad. Sublet uses the Venom to try and distract the Predator. Nicely done.
Damage received. Unit ready.
Havoc losing the first missile. Sublet controlling the map quite nicely.
Yeah, burning rubber.
Responding to the Wolf Factory heavy units by going out with lasers. Keeping it cheap.
I'm on it.
Unit lost.
Effective. Nicely played.
Powering up.
And Havoc trying to take the control back with snipers and JJTs. And Sublet straight away responding with Venom.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
JJ.
Havoc trying to get again with a Talon.
Unit lost.
Talon known for his very slow DPS, taking forever to take down even that singular Venom. This is going to be interesting. We've got double Talon and a Predator. Which way is this going to go?
Unit lost. Ion cannon.
Iron Cannon going to be too late.
Missile launched.
Bam! And Subletter wins the second match by winning the second missile. Nicely played. Very nice. GG. That's all the matches we have for round 4. So what we're going to do, let's have a look at the overall scores from round 4. Right, so round 4. Wolverine versus Robert DH. Robert DH won 2-0. Jay's Angelique did not play. Havoc Sublet we just saw. Jenna Please versus Skip. Skip won 2-0. Space we saw. Space Command versus Duncan. Scorpion versus Levi. Levi back on the game, and that actually That matchup actually went to a third map, and Levi won out 2-1. Robbie and Primara, I don't know what happened to them. They haven't responded and they haven't declared any results, so I'll put it down as a tie. Someone abandoned, someone won 2-0. Rob versus Phoenix went to a third match. And Phoenix won out 2-1. And Boost versus Dr. Ray. Dr. Ray won 2-0. Now let's have a look at the standings after round 4. Ah, bloody hell. Alright, here we go. Standings for round 4. Thanks to that Vino Havoc, Subletta now takes the top spot with a score of 12. Havoc's score moves down to second. We got Boost, Dr. Ray, and someone, and Trebs following shortly after. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes after round 5. If Subletta and Havoc both win, the fact that Subletta beat Havoc in round 4 will probably give Subletta the win of the first season of GCL. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Jezza hasn't responded to any messages, which is why he's on the bottom of the table. Angelique, I hope the family's getting better. Her big COVID-19 scare. I hope things are getting better. And the rest, it's just a big mixed bag of matches because it's been quite interesting. It's not just been guaranteed. People have been going left and right, especially me. I've been unreliable as hell. I've lost twice already. But not bad so far. It's going quite well. It'll be interesting to see how things end up after round 4, especially now the top spot is contested. It's going to be probably down to between Subletta and Havoc. See which one of them wins out. Alright, that'll be it for the GCL portion of the stream. Thanks for watching this part. I'll be switching to the